First off, I just wanted to say that Broz was the one that mentioned for me to actually make this guide. So, yeah. Also, one of the things I forget to mention in the guide is actually to use energy potions when you're low on energy. If you're actually running around and you're not AFKing a little bit, I would very much suggest to have energy potions right by your pure essence. And the way you would do it is when you're low on energy, you could just pull one out. You could drink it in your bank and then just deposit the vial, or you could take it with you and do your trip with it in your inventory. It's just up to you. So, to the guide. Alright, this is going to be a guide, and also just more in a way of how I actually do my ZMI. It's probably the fastest experience you can get as far as I know. I don't know exactly if Bloods are more experienced. I'm really not too sure on all that, but of what I know, ZMI is something that a lot of people do, so kind of wanted to make a guide on it. It's something quite a bit of people actually do, surprisingly, if you're in World 70, which is actually the world I'm in right now. So, but as you can see, the way I do it, just because I don't want to be bothered with having to use a different teleport, just because it kind of gets annoying. Now, granted, yes, using 2 inventory slots for these runes can kind of be a waste of XP, because I could actually have, in fact, 2 rune essence here. And then if I was to not make the runes, I could just teleport somewhere else, and then I could grab the runes, teleport, and already have my full inventory of essence. Now, the only thing with that to me, though, is that if I'm going to be teleporting somewhere, it's going to be the dungeoneering place, and it's going to waste a good amount of time to just do that. And if I'm doing that almost, a good few every inventories, it's not really worth it. So I think about like 70 to 75 runecrafting, though. Probably at least, you should be for sure at 75 runecrafting. You should be making enough of astrals and enough law runes per trip, no matter what, that you'll be able to teleport to the ZMI altar place if you've done lunar diplomacy, which is very, very helpful. Now, as you can see, I have a pouch that is degraded. Now, the way I do it is I just take 2 air runes with me, just to make sure. Now, when you're higher runecrafting, about in the 70s, 75 and above, around there, you probably won't really be making any air runes whatsoever. I know I'm pretty sure at like 80, once you hit 80, you probably like won't be making air runes at all, which isn't very helpful, meaning that you basically have to take these 2 air runes. Now, what some people might do is they might actually just sit there and just go ahead there and charge up the pouch while they're still at the bank, and then use 20 more runes to open the bank and then fill it up. I think, to me, that's a waste. I'd rather go and just runecraft. And as you can see, like, yeah, I did make 2 on my trip, but not always does that happen. So to me, it's always just better to just take 2, so I don't have to waste the time and the extra runes to be able to bank. So, but it's just this teleport. The way I do it is only having the teleport spells on, and having sort by level, making it to where the 3rd spell, well, 4th spell if you include the home teleport here, clicking that. So it's pretty simple. As soon as you're clicking all your pouches and doing that, you just click here and click there. Now, the way you can do it is, as soon as you're done unfilling these 2 and click on there, you can go straight to your mage tab and just spam click this teleport until you see an XP rise. And then as soon as you teleport, the way I do it, once I see the loading screen over here, I basically spam click over here, to where then as soon as I teleport, as soon as I come to this screen, I'll pretty much start walking over here instantly. So then I would just go down here, and pretty much as soon as I get down here, I just click this and then click that. It's in the same exact spot, so it's very, very useful. Pretty much know right where that spot is. So, and then with the Dark Mage, it's really simple. You just scroll down. I think you just scroll down twice, and you're right there at the Dark Mage. And all you gotta do here is just hold space. Hit 2, hold space, and you're done. And then you just click that, and then click back on your inventory, bank again, and then you're ready to go again. So, the only other thing is a lot of people will just use their Wicked Hood as something to wear on their head. I mean, obviously, with having the ability of getting your 100 pure essence a day, it's just worth it just to wear it, so then whenever it's the next day that you can pull out more essence, well, you can already then do so because you already have it on. So that's really handy to just have that on. So that's just usually what most people wear when they're here. You don't have to wear it. You could wear nothing, or you could wear something else. It's up to you. Now for capes, I would recommend like how some of these people, most of the people that are here, they're high level, they're wearing the Arty cloaks. I would very much recommend that because I believe it's the Arty cloak 2 and up. You can get you get extra runes for rune crafting. So obviously you can tell that with having them, you won't get any more experience, but you will get more runes, which could make you more profit in a sense of that. So that would be one thing. But what I wear is a spotted cape just because I don't have 66 hunter yet. But if I had 66 hunter, this would be a spotted ear cape. Now with the staff, if you're going to be using this teleport, as you can see, it uses earth runes. So you could use either Earth Staff, Earth Battle Staff, anything that does Earth runes. Me, I use the Mystic Mud Staff. Now, granted, yes, it's kind of pricey for just the staff, but it's something that I use to get bones to peaches. So I figured it would be something just to keep because I could also, when I'm doing Slayer, instead of actually using the tab for bones to peaches, I could also even just take nature runes with me and this staff and cast it. So that's quite interesting enough. But see, Amulet of Glory, you have any other really amulet to use, you can use. Anything else better would be just like Amulet of Fury. But it's not really needed to have a necklace. It's just something that gives some defensives. That's really all that helps because, I mean, you'll have random things being attacking you while you're doing this, so defense is a little bit on the good side being here. Now, on the body and legs, I just wear D-hide. Now, D-hide is very heavy, so that's why, you know, the boost lightness and the spotted cape, or if you have the hunter level spotted ear cape, would be recommended. Because if wearing this stuff, it's very heavy. As I'll show, compare, they weigh a good amount. They weigh like a good 12.2 kilograms together. So that's quite a bit. But they do give some relatively good stats for the weight that they weigh. Because if you're going to be sitting there wearing like some rune armor or bandos armor that has really good stats, it's not going to be the greatest because, for one, it would have some negative mage bonuses, and there's things that hit you with mage in here. That, and it's also a lot more heavier than just some plain D-hide. Now, depending on your range levels, depending on what D-hide you're wearing, now obviously the better the D-hide, the better the defensive stats. So if you can wear Armadillo, that would be the best you could pretty much be wearing, unless you can get a hold of, I believe it's Pernix, I believe that's what it is, that's the ranging set. If you're able to at least get, you know, Armadillo, if you already have Armadillo, then that would be something to use in these spots. But once again, you know, they kind of do weigh a little bit on the heavy side. Of course, it's going to be on the heavy side, but now with gloves, I go with the regen bracelet just because what this does is it makes your HP go up by ×2. So if you were to go up by a plain 1 HP, instead you're going to go up by 2 HP. So I mean, like, yeah, it doesn't sound like a whole bunch. No, it doesn't sound like a whole bunch, but what helps is this: 2 times restore rate for your health. So this will make it to where it's basically a 4 times in a way of that you'll be gaining HP rather quickly. So it can come in handy to use the regen bracelet because it does stack with this. So, and if you do have this from Dungeoneering, it will stack as well. It'll be very, very useful. Now, of what I've heard, you can actually use rapid renewal and rapid heal. Now, that I don't know if is actually true, but if so, apparently they stack. Of what I've heard, that they can be on at the same time, and if they can be, then that would be great. You'd be gaining HP very fast. Now with the ring, like I said, it's really just something to use for a teleport. So if you have like the if you're using maybe like you could use Castle's or the Dueling Ring, Castle's teleport for an easy bank, or you can just use the Ring of Kinship because free teleports. So that's what I go with. So I don't have to worry about having to get a new Castle's Ring if I ever want to go teleport and maybe do something else, or when I'm trying to do farm runs. Now with the shield, really you don't need a shield unless you have like how some people, they'll wear like an elemental shield, like they don't weigh like anything. That would be a good thing to wear. Now a anti-dragon shield, I thought of wearing maybe one of those, but when I looked at it, they weigh a good amount, so not very recommended. Other things people would wear is like some people wear like spirit shields. Any other thing would be like divines or spirit shield, the Ellie divine, you know, all those would be any other shields. But me, I go with no shield just because it's just easier to go with no shield. I don't have to worry about having extra weight on me because I don't have any of these shields that weigh like nothing and actually give some good stats. So I don't go with the shield. But as you'll see here, this is basically a run that I would do though. Now as you can see, like, I don't have to use my prayers when I'm really in this world. Now I do have it set to where I have pro range. Now the other thing you want to have set is this, because if you actually do get damaged, your HP will restore really quick. So that's usually what I do. Like as you can see, I'm at relatively some lower HP. So and as you can see, it just went back to green. Now, usually what I do is either once I'm starting the runecraft or once I teleport here, I'll turn off my prayer, and then you can actually just, you know, recharge your prayer, and then go back down. Simple as that. And then what I'll do is when I come back down here, is I'll turn this back on, so that whenever I go to bank, which, as you can see, with the full bank method, I can hit this button to bank all the runes that I made, and it won't bank these because I don't have them in my bank. And since I only have one of each of these, I can't bank them. So this is one of the things that helps with doing ZMI, is having a full bank of just lots of random stuff. Now also I keep a whole tab of strange rocks. Now some people say that that's just dumb. I don't really care to complete the statue though, so yeah. But getting random items like doing easy clue scrolls, and keeping all the seeds from doing thieving, all the runes that I've made, all the different rings of dueling, all the different well, not all of them, but most of the game necklaces, random arrows, all my gear, potions. Like, this is pretty much the easiest way to fill up your bank, is potions. Having the 3 dose, 2 dose, and a 1 dose of just every pot that you actually use. I would more suggest maybe not going with just pots that you just don't use at all, because then it just kind of doesn't make a bunch of sense. But some people do, they just fill the bank up with just things they don't even use at all whatsoever. But this is another thing, like, my miscellaneous items, just random stuff that I wear. So it's just really easy to actually fill up your bank. I thought it was really, really fast though how quick I filled up my bank. But yeah, so that's the ZMI guide. Hope you liked it, and bye.